Hey, would you guys like to learn how to do animations just like your boy Trippy? Well, over the next few videos, I'll teach you. Come on, let's go. So a lot of people ask me, how do you rig up those fancy puppets you be using over on your live streams on the TrippyCast channel, Trippy? I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. That's right, it's complicated. It's silly. It's hard work. But once you get there, it's pretty good. Works out pretty well. And you can hide your face on the modern day internet. So yeah, come on over here with me and I'll show you. All right, so basically here's the outline of my face. Right? You get the idea, don't you? It's almost like a little Trippy mask because it's got eye holes. And with those eye holes, you can put your pupils back there, but we're not going to go there first. Okay? So you got your little outline. You're like, what do I do with this now, Trippy? Well, basically, you finish up your little outline. I like to keep the face paint separate so that if I need to, I can independently move or remove it if necessary. These are also up here is also separate because they're what I like to call the cheek swoops. Don't worry too much about that. If you're making your own puppet, I highly doubt you're going to be a clown like me. But now you kind of get a little of an idea of where the detail comes in, as I like to keep the hair separate myself so that it can like bob up and down when I move my head around, right? So basically you're going to make a mask of your character. And then you're going to throw in the pupils behind the mask. You see, I actually have the eye color separate from the pupils so that the eyes can move separately or together, either way. And then I got the eye color behind the pupils. Yeah. Now here's where it starts to get a little bit more complicated. These are the mouths that I use. In Character Animator, you get the choice to have up to 13 mouths. And here's all of them at once. Oh, that's creepy. I forgot that the nose is also separate on mine. There, now he's got a nose. He still doesn't have eyebrows, but we'll get there. So like, the mouths. You have to tag them specifically when it comes to Character Animator. So you make a little group, and you put in all your mouths. And I'll show you just what the main one looks like by itself. You can see that too. There you go. The neutral mouth. The neutral guy. And then as you speak into your microphone, it'll bring up like the M and the S and the D, E, A, the mouth, the O mouth, It'll bring up everything. Surprised is a special mouth that actually responds to what you're doing in the camera. So when you drop your own jaw, the character will pop his mouth up and go, duh, I like to keep them all on before I put something in Character Animator. I also have a secondary mouth with the cigarette. See, you don't need that though. That's overly complicated. Don't worry about it. Now, here's my right eyebrow, and here's my left eyebrow. As you notice, it says plus. So you when you're gonna do eyebrows, and of course mine are more like eyebrow muscles, you do plus, then right, face, eyebrow. Capitalize each word. Yeah. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like in Character Animator. Alright, so just for the clowny giggles, I'll save it as a separate guy so you guys can actually see me program this on Character Animator itself. Alright? That sounds like fun, right? Let's go ahead and do that. What you can do is you can right click on what you just saved. You can hit Reveal and Explorer. And then you can go ahead and bring up your puppet. Right? And then we're going to head over to Character Animator. And we're going to go ahead and drop that puppet right into Character Animator. So you take it from your folder right here. And then you drag it. And just imagine that Character Animator is open on the left side of your screen. And you're going to put it up here in the project panel. See that? See how it says Detective Trippy 2? And then you're going to take that from the project panel. and you're going to drop it right into the big screen here. And as you can see, it's already responding to my eyebrows, my eyes, and it's responding to my mouth because I tagged everything properly. It's awfully little though, so let's bring them on up. And what I like to do, I like to be able to control the eye gaze with my keyboard. Basically, one of the first things I do, I go in here to eye gaze and I turn off camera input and I change it to keyboard input. So now when I hit left and right on the keyboard, well, that's right. And then this is left, and we can look up, we can look down. Now, the pupils you saw on the other part, right? I've got them set up as their own little folder right in here. This little guy, it's a group in Facebook, it's a group inside of Photoshop. It says pupils, P-U-P-I-L-S. And then you got your plus left pupil and plus right pupil. That way the character animator picks right up on that and knows exactly what you're doing. It knows exactly what's what. So like plus pupil, you saw up here how I had plus right eyebrow, plus left eyebrow right here. That's how it automatically responds over in Character Animator. That's right. That's how that responds. But, I mean, it's kind of lame right now. We want it to move around, don't we? So basically, I'll take this little dot, put it down here. You see we have Detective Trippy 2 selected at the top. So now, I like to retest my eyebrows because I like this in a specific spot inside of the little peak here. Right inside of there. Don't you tell nobody about that. Or else Bob Ross will come and get you. But yeah, you want to put them somewhere. Don't just be Trippy. Be your own dang character. How about that? Anyways, see now when I go back in here, my eyebrows are rocking a little different. Which we're going to fix that as we go. Da, 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 da. Now you see on my screen how this eyebrow is highlighted. That's because we're going to click it to this one. We're going to do that. We're going to take that little guy. We're going to put him right up there. Now that wasn't already selected, was it? It was. Oh, no. Okay. Never mind. Undo tip. Undo tip. Now, this is a good spot to let you know. Anytime you do something in Character Animator and you want to undo it, just hit Control-Z like you would in Photoshop. Alright, so yeah, anytime that you do something in here, it's just like Photoshop. If you want to undo it, it's Control-Z. If you want to redo it, it's, I believe, Control-Shift-Z. It'll come in handy. Trust a clown. Anyways, yeah. So these are my mouths, right? And as you can see on this little stick figure guy, it's highlighted blue to show me that this is the neutral, or this is the mouth itself. Now when I go to neutral mouth, it's this little blue line at the top here that literally says neutral. So it tells me that that's tagged correctly. And then M, S, D, and so on. So that part's basically done. It's not too dang hard, right? But now we want to go on down to where I've got lids, right? And you want to be able to blink, don't you? You want to be able to blink. That's part of the whole situation. So you're going to go over here to this little plus sign, right? The wrong one. Yeah, the first plus sign. And you're going to go to auto blink. That's right, auto blink. Then you're going to go down to the actual object inside of the group, eyelids, and you're going to hit the little blue plus, then go to face. Then you're going to tag that as your blink. See that? The little eyelashes turn blue. I like to do both sides. I probably only need to do one, but I like to do both. And then now when I go back to the main puppet, he should be able to blink on his own. Yep, there's the blink. And now you may notice that my character's head isn't moving around when I move my head. See, look at me. I'm moving my head. He doesn't move. But he will move. We just got to do it right. So you go up to your main group because you want, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but you do want to group up all of what you're doing. Your whole face. You want it all grouped up in one, especially if all you're doing is one face. Anywho, you're going to want to go over here, right? And you see how it's got the little crown? That means that that object is independent. Independent. I like to tag it at the bottom so that when I turn my head, the top of the head kind of slants more than the bottom, you know? Right, so I couldn't get the head to twist and stuff because you know what? I did something stupid. I forgot a step. Remember the stick figure? Yeah, you're just going to click this. And that ought to do it. Let's go back and find out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm going here. I'm going here. I'm going here. I'm turning my head. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Now you know how to get your head all twisty, wisty, wisty, woo, woo, woo. And you see he's responding to me and all that good stuff. So there you go. There's my first tutorial. Knocked it out of the park. Throw the ball up. Ding. And it's over there now. Anywho, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a little comment. I'm gonna get to working on the next tutorial to show you guys how to do body stuff. Or maybe I'll do it where I show you how to add things to your floating head. We'll see. Later, y'all.